Hey, so a few weeks ago, I did a video on how to label an image to eventually train a neural network to a stardist neural network to find bees. And so today I'm doing like a quick video, related video, to show how to do something similar for insect eggs. So I think this week a question came up on the forum about how to segment these insect eggs, and it was interesting. It's sort of close to the bee segmentation problem, except it's actually in some ways a bit easier. And a couple of people came up with really nice solutions as to how to do it. So for this problem, there's a different wrinkle in that we don't have to totally start label from scratch, but we have existing solutions that we could just modify. So I wanted to do a video just showing the that little difference. So yeah, if you remember, if you watched the bee video, you had to do all these labels for bees. But here we have an existing solution. There were a couple of pretty nice solutions. One was based on template matching, and this one that I'm reusing here was based on cell pose. Now, there's a few mistakes, so we need to fix them. So similar to the B one, we just use the keyboard shortcuts. 1 is erase, 2 is draw, 3 is fill, we don't really need that. Then 4 is pick mode, and 5 is pan and zoom. So we go 5, we look around for mistakes, and we also flip the opacity on and off. That's really useful to see what's going on beneath the labels, and we find a few false ones here, especially near the edges. There's some false ones, so we erase those. And then there's this one here, which is kind of, it's actually 2, so I'm going to redo it. Maybe move the brush size down a little bit. See if we can, we have to press 2. There we go, we get one of them. Then increment the brush, because this next one has to be a different, needs a different label, so it's not perfect, but there you get the idea. So I'm not going to do all of this live. I'm actually going to stop the recording, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to correct what I can. Okay, so I stopped the recording and actually finished the labeling, and then trained a model using Stardist. So before I go on to show you the trained model, one little difference between this one and the B image is that the B one we did one label at a time and saved them, and this one we did the whole image, and then after that we have to sort of split the image up into training patches. So I have a notebook called Make Patches that does that, and I can put that on GitHub. Anyway, so after we relabel and get new patches, we can train a new model. And so I'm using Stardist, but there's no reason you could, the original solution was in cell pose, and if you're more familiar with cell pose, you can easily use the corrections to train a new cell pose model. So yeah, so this other notebook is exactly the same as the B notebook. It trains a new model, and with a decent GPU, it actually went pretty quick. So 50 epochs was like 6 minutes, and I did 100, so I did 50, tested it, then trained again for another 50. So the total training time was like 12 minutes, but that's with a pretty good GPU. But yeah, still not too bad. And then yeah, so generated a new model, tested it on the patches. Here you see all what the patches look like when I split them up. Then we can yeah, we can look at the image in Napari again. So this will be the new model that we just iterated on. So you see here that we're no longer getting a lot of false ones, false positives on the side, and this little double one that it missed is, it does correctly now. A huge word of warning though. This result I'm showing you is self-prediction. Self-prediction isn't too reliable as an indicator of how well your model is going to work on images it hasn't seen before. So for a real application, to really know if this process is getting us anywhere, you need to test on images that the model wasn't trained on. But this is good for just like prototyping and figuring out is there any chance here that this training a new model will help us? So at least on the self-prediction it works. So maybe if you have, like, I think the researcher said 100, maybe it was 200, maybe more images, maybe it would help to, re-annotate 5 or so, and then test it on another batch of 5 and see if, like, retraining the model will help help with some of the mistakes and everything. And again, I use Stardist, but no reason you couldn't retrain a cell post model. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for listening if you did.